Hey, it's Vito Martin. Great to see you again. Mm, there isn't much new on the market, to be honest. What happened is the Bitcoin dollar chart that we have right here is continuing its bullish trend we were talking about yesterday, and the path towards the $2,000 psychological resistance. As we said yesterday, we kind of expect this trend to continue without any much selling pressure until here. Now, I would be very cautious when entering at this point any bullish trend, because we are going to see some selling pressure around 2000. So I don't know what is your strategy or risk reward profile, but here then we don't really have a lot of upside potential. However, we do have 10% downside on the next support line. So I would be cautious when entering any bullish trades here. Probably better to wait and hit some sideways accumulation and then enter again. Okay, Dash. We keep looking at Dash. Dash is lagging the general cryptocurrency market with its returns. Maybe it's because of the absence of any updates, right? The next is only predicted for January 2018 with Dash Drive update and release. So, however, I really like this pattern. I think we are forming a strong bullish accumulation for the upside break. So I will keep looking at the closer attention to Dash. I see here huge upside potential, and you should keep an eye on it. I expect a sideways accumulation here. In one of the previous videos, we've discussed this sideways movement that is forming, and yeah, we have the box here with a strong support on the around 88 to $87, and here is where we expect that some bullish accumulation will form, and then we are going to have a breakout. If this would be with any accompanying news, that would be a strong move on the upside, 30-40%, and on a huge volume, of course. So what we are doing now is basically with our software we are tracking constantly 24/7 any keywords regarding the Dash and the amplitude of their sharing, liking, whatever, whether it's Twitter or anything else. And if there is going to be any news, excitement, increased volume, we are going to get a signal and enter on the upside here. That's one of the best trades that we are monitoring for the future month or two. So far we haven't talked much about ZCash. Actually, it's the product I like, it's the service I like, but that doesn't matter. I also like the chart that is forming right now. We have a very clear breakout and a new support line. It's trading in a typical, let's say, recent weeks altcoins pattern, right? We have a breakout, we have a box formation, and yeah, it's basically following the whole market as we've been discussing earlier. There are institutional money inflows coming into the play, and this is going to change the landscape of the markets. There are different players not really buy and hold and profit from the 5-10 years of the cryptocurrencies trade, but they will going to want to cash in on any major upside movement. So we expect to see increased volatility on the market, at least for the next year, and then yeah, we'll see whether the landscape will change again. I like ZCash on the long term. It has formed a bullish pattern, and as long as we sustain the $90 support line, we will probably see another upside potential here. Yeah, the volume was strong, even stronger in the second run, which is different from Ethereum. Anyways, there is not much news on the Ethereum, Litecoin, and other basic altcoins that they are following the same pattern of the increased money inflow. Ripple is, however, forming an interesting development, right? We had a run, we had a over 100% increase until the 22 cents, a retracement back which formed on a Fibonacci support line, and now what we have is a sideways box. It's similar to the other cryptocurrencies. However, I see increased bullish pattern forming here, so it might pay off to keep an eye on this. However, we are way too early. So we have to wait for really some formation to discuss here. Currently, to enter here, I would be cautious. We broke the MACD trend line on the downside, so I would expect to test the support line again at 14.5 cents, and then wait for the bullish pattern to form and enter on the upside, and not now. This would be too soon, and yeah, you don't want to enter into too aggressive risk-reward positions. So yeah, sometimes it's just better to wait. Should you have any questions? We received some yesterday. Unfortunately, did not have time to prepare the answers quite yet, but they are really on the weekly basis. So we are going to discuss this into our weekly market commentary at the end of this week.